John Higgins, and we just had a look. 2011 was his last world title. And like Mark Williams, Stephen, had such a resurgence in form. I mean, there were times, and even John said, I'll just have to get used to being a run-of-the-mill tour pro, and they've turned it round, both of them.
Yeah, John Higgins, Mark Williams. And of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan, all-time professional in the same year, 1992, and between them, they've won 9 events out of the snooker season. Obviously, one of those players, Ronnie O'Sullivan, has gone out, but there's still 2 left. Possibility they could meet in the final. That'd be incredible. As you say, considering how they were playing 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, not only that, between the 3 of them, 11 world titles. 1992, what a year. Stephen's laughing. I'm not only talking about snooker, folks. I think it was a good year for a certain football team in Manchester.
Man, look at the way the Reds have opened up at the start of this frame. So it puts a premium on a telling safety shot. This is where you perhaps would expect most of the time John Higgins would get the upper hand. This is a good shot. This is a very good shot.
Yes, that's the type of length you need that can force an error from your opponent. Judd has got to be very accurate here. If he's trying to get, well, it looks like he's going to just play a little containing safety. Don't want to risk going back to balk. Where's the red going? Looked as, well, it was heading for the left middle, but it's run safe. Couple of reds that Judd could pot, but with the cue ball being so close to the baulk cushion, he won't be playing the pot. So another, just containing the situation. Don't get much advantage with that type of shot, but it's too risky to try and get back to baulk. Purposely played it a little bit harder than you would, just to widen the angle to get the yellow to cover the red that was near the blue. But he's left a couple of reds that are potable to this right corner, but not tempting John because he feels he can't get position on the black. Now if he's trying to get back into baulk, this needs a good shot. No, he decided that was too risky, so play the container. Good enough.
The red and the right cushion. Judd Trump can play thin off that, send the cue ball down to the baulk cushion. I don't think that red passes the blue to left middle when it's next to the blue, so he'd certainly keep it safe.
Yes, and that is exactly what he's looking at now, Stephen. If that red does pass the blue, then it puts a bit of pressure on coming off this red. There is a red potable to the right middle. You would deem it too dangerous to go for, but with Judd sometimes, you never know. You never know. Full ball kiss on the green. We'll leave him on the brown. Just.
Oh, don't miss the green after that fabulous pot on the red.
1.
Something must be wrong with John. I didn't see that red to the middle.
Yeah, but as you say, don't miss the green. The brown he probably thought was a bit too thin to control the cue ball, but you can see. And he didn't show a lot of expression, doesn't Judd, but very disappointed there.
1.
Yeah, because he'll start to feel like, you know, I've played really well in this session. I really deserve a lead. And there might be a small bit of, not panic, but, you know, what if I come out of this only 4-4?
John just a little bit concerned if he pots the blue. He doesn't want to kiss into the green. So he may have to play a little stun here and try and get this cue ball in between the yellow and brown. If he kisses the green full, he'll be on nothing. Well, played it with enough pace to send it round the angles, and well, whether he played for this red or not, he'll settle for being on it.
Gonna have to go up for yellow or brown again.
Yep. 7.
Depending on if he's got any angle in the yellow, the red that's between the yellow and the blue could stun for that for the right middle, and also possibly have the cue ball in the area to play the red to the left of the blue, down to this corner pocket. That would clear the blue up. Depends if you've got any angle in the yellow at all. So you can play the cue ball into an area to give them a choice of 2 reds. Looks pretty straight in the yellow though.
9.
Yeah, it just shows you how much of a struggle it can be sometimes, and it's only the way the balls are situated. He's not had an opportunity to get down the left-hand side of the table and play for the black in the right corner. If he could get to that position sooner rather than later, it'd be a good chance. Now, is he on the blue?
10.
No. Gonna have to play the brown again, and there's a bit to do with the cue ball here.
He may play off 2 cushions, trying to play a cannon on the blue. If he misses a cannon, he's still going to be on something. Played the cue ball, a wider path. And that's not, well, may have an angle if he can miss the pink to play for the black of this red.
40.
Choice of red to left middle or left corner possibly. Maybe even the red next to the blue. So he's got options here. None of them easy in terms of pot or position.
Yeah, playing this to run round off 2 cushion. Good cueing needed. Well, he decided to drop it in dead weight, and that was a very good shot.
50.
Now, if he can't hold for the red just above the black, he can certainly play a little cannon and nudge it towards the pocket. And played it perfectly. So he's grafted hard to get this situation, and the black available into both corners.
22.
Now it's a great chance.
$23.
He'll play the cannon here. He'll think that even if he's not on one of the reds he cannons, he'll still have that red to the right middle. And he got into him too deep. Got into him too deep. Wanted to hit the right hand side of the reds as we look. Went into him on the left hand side. Unless he takes on a very risky shot, that's end of break.
The red that's near the right hand side cushion. You can play off that with some left hand side, try and get it cue ball in behind the green if he's not going to take a pot on. And you're looking at this to the far left corner. This is risky. Can't think for a minute John would play that. So in behind the green. Maybe the angle's not there.
John Higgins, 30.
Yeah, he'll go back to his seat a little bit disappointed. Had a nice angle on the black to bring reds into play, and a bit disappointed he finished on nothing. But pressure now on this safety shot for Judd. He knows if he leaves John Higgins the next opportunity, it'll be frame over. That's a good shot. That tapping on the table from John Higgins confirms that. Of course, this time there's no escape to the balk end, and just rolling up to one of those four reds in the middle of the table just below the pink isn't a certainty to get it safe. So he's in a spot of bother here, is John, and that's all due to that cue ball being very close to the top cushion. It just restricts what he can do. He's left one here. The referee will be looking very close at the possibility of a push. But I think there's one to this right corner, possibly one to the right middle. And if the one to the right middle is available, you would feel that that is the easier one to get position on the colour. But when you're close together, as we saw in an earlier frame with John Higgins, it's very hard to judge the potting angle. Ooh, just on the top jaw. So that mistake from John Higgins is not going to cost him anything, and could well give him a chance to win the frame. So close. Obviously this pot on the red to the right middle is easy enough, but he's going to be running into other reds, you feel. Not guaranteed to be good on the colour. Well, he'll certainly settle for that.
Yeah, you have to say that's looking pretty certain it's going to be 4-3. So
7.
big frame coming up. As I said, Judd Trump will feel the way he's played, certainly in the first 5 frames of this session, that he deserves to have a lead.
8.
Thanks for all the world. He's going to have to win the last frame to have that. When you have 2 players of
12.
this caliber playing, I always think in multi-session matches there's always going to be one session when one player is going to fly
30.
and take control of the match. It's looking like today's session is going to be pretty close. 2 sessions to go. Who's going to be first to really stamp their authority on this match?
70.
Yeah, and just picking up that point, when Judd went 4-1 in front, there was a chance, as you say, to go out of this session with a fair lead, but you never discount John Higgins. He's such a strong competitor.
80.
But he's on to hit that.
Yeah, he lost the cue ball the previous shot. Wasn't the red, or certainly wasn't on the red they wanted to be, and as so often happens, it's very difficult to get that perfect position back. Well, when he first got in,
John Higgins,
I thought it was
80.
nailed on. He was going to win the frame from that visit. He'll be absolutely fuming in his chair, John Higgins.
Yeah, I'm glad the referee got in the way there. I'd like to know what he was muttering to himself. And that was a very important red to get rid of. It now makes the blue available into both corners. This is it, but overstretching, and it was definitely missable.
Oh, do you risk trying to take that red off the right cushion with this black? Possibly take it off with the blue as well.
Well, I'm not quite certain about that shot, but
6.
maybe he thought he was just going to knock the red in a position where it would have been easier to get on off the black over the corner. He's got to play for the black over the corner now. Oh, Judd, don't miss those.
Judd Trump, 6.
Thinking the next shot ahead. Took his eye off the ball on. Well, this will be a mighty relief, John Higgins, to get a second chance here. After this black, just one more red needed. How has Judd Trump missed the red in the middle?
8.
New innovation this year, that little ledge where the players put their extensions. Saves them bending down. Never seen it before.
Is that what that is? I wonder what that
Nice.
was.
Yeah. Yeah, little place so they don't have to keep bending down onto the floor. And that black confirms now that Judd Trump won't be coming back to the table and he'll have to rue that miss on the red.
60.
57 points the lead, 43 remaining. I'm sure Judd will nod the concession.
Higgins 16. And the frame.
And he does. So Judd Trump missed a chance there to steal, but John Higgins, as competitive as ever, will not let him run away with this, and he's now just one behind, 4-3.